This driver has been ranked number one in a department we would all like to improve, and a department that could certainly help you lower your scores and get your handicap down. But there's one elephant in the room which it's for you to decide whether it be a deal breaker on you not buying a driver that is the most accurate of 2025. With drives like that down the 8th hole here at Lindrick, it's certainly something to consider. There's certainly some food for thought. And the driver in question is the Tour Exotics E725, and you'll see from my GolfSpy this has been ranked the number one most accurate driver. So after all, aren't we all looking for more accuracy? Aren't we all looking to hit more fairways, or just be that little bit more accurate that the ball doesn't go into the trees? So even if we're maybe moving that in and going into the semi-rough or even the rough and not losing as many golf balls, isn't that a driver that you would certainly want? We know with this driver it is a 10k inertia driver. Price wise, you can pick this up in the UK here at £300, which obviously for a driver that's been ranked number one to be only £300, why would you spend double that buying those premium brands that we all know? After all, we all want accuracy. Can it repeat down this hole? And the answer is yes. One big thing that's improved with these Tour Exotics drivers for me is sound. Performance there is performing exceptionally well, but there is plenty of technology in this driver. We have the diamond face, we have the power channel, we have the Ridgeback technology. We also have that adjustable weight so we can change your flight, we can make it draw or fade bias. But what's the elephant in the room? Let's go to the hole that always catches me out here and let's talk a little bit more. But as we walk down to that hole that always catches me out here at Lindrick, if you're new to the channel, guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. If you want to hit that subscribe button and help us on that journey to 50,000, that will be great. And guys, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, welcome back. And get in those comments, guys. Have you got a Tour Edge Exotics driver? Have you tried them? Or is it something that you've just not looked at because of that price point? It's very interesting to see a driver that only costs £300 be ranked number one in a department in the driver range, really. So accuracy is something that we all want, but is accuracy enough for you to lower your scores and purchase this driver? Let's get on that next tee, let's see some numbers, let's go from there. And we now come to the hole that is my arch enemy here at Lindrick. This is the 5th hole, and this is a hole that I always struggle with my tee shot. But can this Tour Edge Exotics, the most accurate driver out on the market as ranked number one by my GolfSpy, help me hit the fairway? So we know obviously it is a 10k driver, we know it's the most forgiving driver that they ever brought out, we know it's at a fantastic price, we know technology wise we do have that Ridgeback technology to again get that face a little bit more stable. We know this driver you can adjust on the back, so the weight system on the back we can move to make it draw or fade bias, so not only is it forgiving but we can also have it set to your shot shape. Sounds as well, they've also improved that, so acoustics wise they have tried to get it sounding very much similar to other drivers. But I'm going to hit 3 shots here, see how many fairways I can hit, if any, with this accurate driver. And that is drawing back absolutely delightfully. So started over the path, I always seem to start the ball over, but drawn back and again felt solid off the face. So for a driver that only costs you £300, I'm seeing that might just be off the fairway, but it was working back and it was incredibly easy to launch. So like I mentioned there, this is set at neutral for anybody asking. So although that drew back, again, it wasn't because I've got it in a draw bias setting. That is just down to my swing and obviously strike location on this driver. One thing we can see, this is a 10.5 degree driver. That launch is higher than my normal ball flight, but that's just because we've got it set nice and neutral and we're just trying to prove how accurate this driver can be. So let's go another shot. So again, a nice draw there, drawing up That should be on the left half of the fairway, so it's a fairway hit there. But you'll see from numbers on the screen, there's one big elephant in the room that we do need to discuss with this driver. So although it's forgiving, although it's a fantastic price, it's full of technology, again with that power channel on there, again low centered strikes as you would expect, are not going to lose too much ball speed. The diamond face, again trampoline effect a little bit in there to try and get more ball speed. In the comments below, what do you notice from those numbers so far? Again, drawing up the left hand side. Let's get up there and see where they are. One up the right ever so slightly, probably in the right semi, and then two up the left hand side. Have they held the fairway? But straight away for me, dispersion wise, probably more consistent than I've hit in the last few rounds that I've been down here. And as I walk up here to see where those drives have gone, guys, you have to think here, the elephant in the room is distance. So I would say those were all reasonable strikes, a couple draws down the left hand side. The first one was struck fantastically, but total distance. Although the technology in this driver does say that is to help getting a little bit more ball speed, I would say those numbers are down on what I could get from another driver. So the big question for me is, would you favour accuracy and maybe not losing a few more golf balls and sacrificing maybe 10, 15 yards? Or would you find a driver maybe that is not as accurate, but we do get the ball out there when you are swinging it well? Because that's a big decision for you to make when you're buying a new driver. So guys, as we come up here, we can see two of those golf balls did just hold the fairway, and the first one I hit is just there, caught up in that thicker rough. So very interesting there. 2 out of 3 on the fairway, which I definitely take because my tendency is certainly to be over there towards those trees. But it's glaringly obvious that this is much further back than where I would normally be with the drivers I've been using. So the Srixon ZXi LS and also the Cobra Adapt LS have certainly been further up there when I've hit it well. Yes, a few times I've been up there. I've not lost golf balls, but they have been an easier shot into the green, which can certainly, if it's less club into that green, I can potentially get it closer and lower my scores. But let's see how it does against another driver I've got in the golf bag to test today, which is the GT2. So let's put this to the test now here on the 10th hole at Lindrick. So we've got the Tour Edge Exotics E725 as we know, and that elephant in the room has been distance. How will it stand up against that Titleist GT2, which is also ranked number 1 something else? So a nice penetrating ball flight there straight into the breeze. But let's look at numbers there. So 268 yards carry, going 281. Spinning a little bit higher, so spinning up there at 3,200. So how will that do? I thought that was a good strike. I like the ball flight, but numbers are a little bit down. So straight in with this GT2 now. And looks and obviously appeal, this driver costs you double the amount. This is going to cost you £600, maybe over, depending on what shaft. You might be able to get a few deals just under that, but straight away there, looks, I think the Tour Edge looks fantastic, again sounds fantastic, but it's down to performance. Are you going to take accuracy and lose distance? Okay, so launched a little bit higher, but certainly looked to the eye that it came off a little bit faster, and numbers say that straight away. So 278 yards carry there, going 295 and 2,200 spin, and I don't feel like that strike was much difference. One big thing that I did sound there though, I actually thought the Tour Edge sounded a little bit better than this Titleist, but you can see straight away there a drop in yardage as you'll see on screen. And yes, I did find the fairway with both there, but over the course of a season We know that from My Golf Spy that Tour Edge Exotics is the most accurate from their testing. Again, those comments below, guys. Are you going to sacrifice that little bit of distance to hit more fairways and not lose as many balls? Let me know.